Hey, what's up friends, and welcome back to a new video. Today I would like to share another thing along my YouTube journey, and that is the topic of scripting my videos. In this channel I talk about YouTube as well as also my personal growth and what it really means to be a Christian and how you can include God's word into your life. So starting with the importance of scripting. Basically, what happens if you don't have a script or an idea, a set list of things you want to say in your video, you get to ramble and no one wants to listen to off-topic stuff. So for me, that has really brought the importance of scripting back to earth, back to me, to stay on this straight road towards the goal, which is that the audience, which is you, that you get the most important information as quick as possible as well. Now, there are very different approaches, and one of them that I really like, that a YouTuber I will link here showed me, is a 4-step process that is very detailed. It starts with phase 1, which is inspire. I called it inspire. She called it something similar, I can't remember exactly. But inspire is all about getting ideas, right? You go through life, maybe you find some exciting topic as well, and you're like, hey, let's talk about that, right? So you write that down. I have a Notion template that I may link below that you can join as well. So Inspire is all about finding what moves you, what you might want to talk about, where you find a cool other video that you were like, hey, I'd like to do that as well. So the next step is research, and this is the part where you do your external research, which is extremely helpful if you want to talk about scientific stuff, like, for example, sleep, or if you want to talk about the importance of eating healthy. You might want to bring some scientific aspects to it. And in this research phase, I personally, because I am a Bible-based study, I include the Bible part, where I do my research and look where in the Bible do I find passages that support my claim, where do I find external research on studies, for example, or where are there articles or blogs that also share the similar idea. Obviously, the credibility of a person writing an article or a blog isn't as high as a study, but to just have a variation of different research that backs your point up, or maybe you can get to say, hey, this is the research, but I think it's different. And then you put your own twist on things, which is always the most powerful thing you can do. The third step is called brainstorm. And in this brainstorm phase, often what I would do is add the takeaway message. So I think of all the different ways that the viewer, like you, could take away information, like get something out of it. And I structure it in different notes, and I have basically a template that allows me to make a tip, and then I basically link where I get it from and exactly what this tip is and how the person, for example you, can then apply this in your daily life. And so in this brainstorm phase, I've created a mind map with the different ideas and different takeaway points that it stays relevant to the viewer as well. In the 4th step, that is the create phase or the scripting phase, where you then take all of this information, bundle it up together and make it into a powerful script. And this kind of depends on what you want to do. Like, as I said in the beginning, you might want to keep it short and sweet, but you might want to put your points out in a very detailed way. And for me, I've basically taken a structure of going through all of these phases. So I would say, hey, this is what the video is about, and then I'd say you have an introduction of some sort, some hook, some that you can hook onto, where the viewer then says, oh, I want to see that. Make sure to also then say at the end of the video you'll know XYZ. That's also a really good hook that keeps the viewer engaged with the whole video, that they want to find out, hey, what is it? Look at Mr. Beast videos, you see that all the time, and they work because, numbers show it. And what you then want to do is, what I start with is, I say, hey, my thesis is XYZ. I believe you need 8 hours of sleep, for example. And then I say, okay, and the study here, and this verse from the Bible, and over here, all of this backs up my theory. Or you can say, hey, this study contradicts, but this one doesn't, and so you differentiate the different pieces of information. And so basically it gives your message more depth. It's not just like, hey, you should sleep 8 hours a day. Okay, bye. Right, so there's a lot more depth that is added that way. And yeah, then I would go on to describe how you can implement this, and this is the brainstorm phase where you would then have these 3 or 4 tips that I then include as like, hey, basically set yourself an alarm that you get to go to bed earlier, or just try a sleep cycle app that gives you the routine, and that you can then track your sleep and wake up at a good time in your wakest sleep phase. Yeah, so that's the part of the brainstorm, and then often what I do is say how it changed me as a person. For example, that I say, hey, it's 30 days, I try to get 8 hours of sleep, this is how it changed my life, and then I say, hey, you can do that too. And that's where I end, and then obviously also make sure to plug my videos sometimes so people get to follow my channel as well. That's one scripting process that is the most intensive scripting process I know. It's very detailed. I write out a lot of notes. It's basically multiple Notion pages, and it really helps me for big topics such as scientific stuff that really changes your life, and also stuff that's, I guess, definitely personal, but not so much about me as a person that I can just talk about like that because I've used it so often. So other times I just use a piece of paper, write down what I want to say, or just a Notion, draft out a few points and then just say that. But I have both extremes. So what that means for you is that you can do exactly the same. I'll share the link in the description, and it kind of depends on what you like, right? The more experience you have, the more you talk to a camera, the more you'll get that feeling of, hey, I don't actually need so many notes. It helps me more to not have to always look at a screen, look up again. People can see that you're reading off a screen. Rather, you want to look at the camera and engage with the people that are viewing. I'll leave it up to you, right? You decide what you like and what you appreciate. I really learned a lot from this 4-step method in Notion. I just want to share that with you because that's a powerful way of making your videos better and making them engaging for the viewer as well. That's all about how I script my videos, or don't script some of them, and I'd like you to support me if you want to. If you've enjoyed this, please click the link over here and you can subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. I don't have a lot of viewers yet, but if you want to join, that would be great. I would love if you leave a thumbs up on this video as well. Thanks so much and take care until next time. Bye.